Alright, welcome back. Been a while. A few weeks for me, I think. Trying to remember now. Must be. Just been busy trying to get through stuff. It's difficult to remember to pick up the camera and record what you're doing, so that's basically why. So anyway, we're back with the elusive Peter from Tanvix. Still can't find him. So not as bad as what it looks really. It looks horrendous, but it's not. Basically there's a bit of wing damage. Just caught the bumper. So we're going to fix the bumper and swap the wing out. Not a big job, that one. Can't remember what they said happened to it now. It's only a little minor bump, but nothing major. Yes, that one. And the main thing for this video, we'll keep coming back for that one hopefully, as long as I remember, is we need to get on with that transporter. So yeah, I think that was it on that one. So we'll get the transporter set up and we'll start putting a rear quarter in. Right, we are back inside now. I just primed a couple of bits. So I'll just show you very quickly. You'd have seen it on the last video anyway. It's going to take me a while to get set up, so as far as you're concerned it will just carry on anyway, but I'll get everything out, everything I need, and then we'll have a proper look at it, but I'll just show you very quickly. So as you can see, it's not the best, hence we got a new one, but we'll get that pulled out and cleaned up, and we'll show you the process. Back in a minute. Right, I'm just going to explain what I'm going to do, because the compressor's going to start up any second, so you might not be able to hear me. But we've got a seam in here. So first of all, I'm going to try and break away all the seam sealer. We need to save this piece, because that'll make sense in a minute, because the new panel hasn't got that cutout. Although it's pressed, it's not actually cut out, so we need to save that. So we've got a template and we'll transfer that over to this one. So I'm going to put you on kind of like a time lapse, if you like. So basically, just so you know what we're doing, the sealer, if you put a bit of heat to it, it'll come off a lot faster. That's just a big fat bead on there, so I'll just scrape that off. But we'll use the MBX tool to get the rest of it and all around the back edge of it. So yeah, we'll get that done and we'll cut back in. Right, hopefully that's still recording. You still see me? Yeah. So basically what I'm going to do now is what I call a bit of a hack cut. So I'm just going to cut the main outer piece out, so we've got the main middle piece, if you like, that's gone. And then we can work on all our edges where we need to be in here. The actual arch itself is normally bonded. In there's a bond strip. They're not welded along there, you see, so we need to make sure that that's all clean, so we can then rebond when we put the new one on. I'm just going to cut it along here for now. I'll probably just cut it under there as well, because I need that piece separate, as I've already said. So again, we'll put you on a bit of a time lapse kind of setup, and we'll hack that out. Right, camera lady.
Okay.
Thank you. Right, so what I've done is I've cut everything out, cleaned everything, got everything fitted really tight. Can you just spin around and just show rear quarter? So I've got all these clamps on, Pleco pins. I want it to hold really, really tight all the way around so that I can make my nice cut. And then, which will make more sense in the next clip. So I'm going to cut through both of the panels, and then that should then line up nicely and not move anywhere, you see, so which is what we want. Right, I'm going to lower the ramp and we'll do a cut. Right, so I've cut through both of the old rear quarter and the new rear quarter. Basically it gives me a nice seam. So now all I've basically got to do is tidy up some edges, take the rear quarter back off, make sure everything's sealed up properly, make sure everything lines up properly, give that a push through. Once that edge is once we've taken it back off and cleaned that edge, yeah, that'll sit back flush. You see what I mean? That's it. And then hopefully we can start a bit of welding today, which would be nice, and get all that sealed back up again. I'll explain what I've done down here in a few minutes, and then we'll get on with that. not welding, we're bonding, so we're using the Terrason MS9220. So we're going to put that where it was. Big nice speed along here. I think there might have been a bit up there as well. We'll get all that on, clamped up, space that gap out along the top there and get it ready for welding then. So it won't be long now, and I'll put that in my gun and get back to you. Right, we're about done. So I've already cut the hole in to the vents, cleaned up everything on the back. Everything's been weld through primer, that was the word. So we're going to bond on a lot of this. I don't like, because it's so uneven, I've always found it better to bond them edges. They were heavily bonded anyway, but we're using the modern stuff now, so it should be a lot better. We're going to bond along here, a little bit towards the back. So basically the main welding areas, if you like, are each end along the top here, and then we've got along the bottom. But I wanted to clean everything up inside here, make sure we've done as much as we can with what we can see, and then hopefully it lasts as long as a T4 is going to last anyway. But if we do as much as what we can, and you see it's got some like old cavity wax in here, what we'll do is we'll spray a load of new stuff as well, get that all down in all the crevices and stuff like that. They come with a really long straw, so you can get right down at the bottom here, coat all that, coat all the inner arch and everything, so it should last far longer. Right, well, I'm going to have some lunch, let all this weld through primer dry, and then we'll get bonding and welding. For you, we'll just carry on. I'll be back. We'll edit that bit out. Right, just putting some gloves on. We've had a sandwich. Time to carry on again. Bit weird having a camera person. I'm not used to it. Normally me tripping over the doodle. May as well have a bit there and all. Right, so we've got all the panel bond on now. So that's all the contact areas. Or all the bits that we're not welding anyway, should I say. So make sure we get this the right way around. So again, we're using the Clecos just because they're easy, convenient. He says. Right, this all this arch will get another going over anyway. Once we've finished welding everything, this will all get sealed up on the inside again. So we're going to use these Clayco clamps purely because they've got enough of what we need on them. Can use mole grips if you wanted to, or something like that, but mole grips they're either too loose or too tight, and they can end up leaving dimples, which you're then going to have to bodywork afterwards. Right, so I'm going to come back to that one. I'm just showing you this for now. So basically what I'll do is you've either got a tin tool, or you can use these sorts of things if you like. That'll go one side, and you have the wind up bit the other side. But they'll end up dropping down the back if you're not careful and stuff like that. So what I tend to do, where possible, is just make my own that I can do from this side. And I chuck them in there, he says, as it falls out. I chuck them in there because then that gives us an expansion gap, if you like, for welding. So I want to make sure it's all in properly. And then I would use this ordinarily. So we want to be lining that up. Make sure it's level, top to bottom, put a tack on there and work our way down. Naturally, whoever put the welder away last time didn't put it away properly, but luckily I can sort it out. So, before or after is a nice even. Watch your eyeballs. Right. I'm just working my way down. Still needs a bit more. Oh. This is. So what I've tried to achieve is get an even gap all the way down, about a blade's width. I'm literally only just tacking it in place at the minute. Just going to get rid of that clay coat. Right, not too bad there. First thing I've grabbed, so we're just going to push on that now, just so we get that where we want it. So we just want to close that gap a tiny bit. Don't know why I picked that one up. Different one. So just going to tack that corner on now. Bit of paint left on that one. Right, so that's basically it. So I'm going to double check my measurement across here. Make sure we're in a straight line. I'm going to weld across here, fill all these back in, definitely in here as well. In fact, we can put the little get another pin in there, I think. Might as well use them for it. I've got a couple more. So that's basically it. What we will do is, sorry, I'm not used to somebody doing that. We'll get that welded in. I'm going to put it on a time-lapse thing, so we can get that welded in nicely all across the bottom here. And down the sides and down the front, which I'll explain why I've done that differently once we get there, but we'll get these bits done first. Right, I've got hardly any battery and hardly any SIM card now. We've got that many clips on here. I need to try and get together and hopefully make a video that kind of makes sense, hopefully, because we kept cutting in and out. So basically, I'm just going to show you quickly. So we'll just ground these off. See, it's all joined now. So again, that'll all be joined, all be ground off anyway, and then we can start bodyworking it then. The reason why I do it in here is it's a very small area that you've got to bodywork. I've seen people join them up here, in here, just chopping arches out and all sorts of stuff, and then you end up bodyworking the whole thing, and if you're not careful you end up filling the whole thing full of filler, just to get a sensible edge and stuff like that, which is not something I want to do. Also with the edge, you'll see there's a gap in there. I haven't welded yet, but when you buy these new tins, I don't know where I put the other one. It'll make sense in a minute. When you buy these new rear quarters, how they're pressed, they come with like an outer piece here. So if I left that on and weld through that, well, how I fit them anyway is I cut them off. I like as many factory seams as possible, or try and replicate factory seams. So I would cut that off and try and weld into that corner, because it had a big thick bead of sealer anyway. Just let me show you. All the way down, you see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld that in and ground all that back, or grind all that back should I say, and then I can stick a nice fat bead back down there again, and it's all hidden and it looks factory, you see. Now some people would hole punch them and weld them straight to this piece. I can't imagine there's anything wrong with that at all. It just depends on who's welding it in at the time. Me, I prefer to do it this way because you minimise. You've only got a very small area to bodywork, as I've already said. Yeah, for me it makes it so much easier. The clamps, these are Clico clamps, if I haven't already said. Somebody's bound to ask me. Same as the Clico pins. There's loads of different types you can buy. I have pretty much all the different types. They're so handy. There's a smaller, different clamp. There's the bigger jaw one. You've got ones with bigger jaws on. Super handy for bodywork, especially if you're doing a lot of metal work. These little clamps as well, super handy. You'll see me use more of them now. We've got an extra. Hopefully I can start doing a bit more metal work again. We've got an extra person in again, which allows me to come back to and do my metal work, which is what I enjoy doing. We're still doing paint as well. I'm still the only one that paints at the moment, but we're working on one of the lads. He's getting there, so hopefully we'll see a few of him as well. I don't think he's particularly camera shy, so you might see him as well. If you like these sort of videos or find them interesting, give us a thumbs up if you can, and a like. Share it about if you know anybody who might like it. Yeah, if there's any questions that you need to know or want to know, just let me know. We are doing the other side, and we have got multiple repairs to do on here, so we will be doing more around here anyway, but I'm going to try and get this video out for you. And then if there's any questions, we can address them on the other side. Hopefully that makes sense anyway. Right. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.